once peaceful town of York, England was shrouded in a veil of mystery and terror when Claudia Lawrence vanished without a trace. Her disappearance sent shockwaves through the town, leaving behind a trail of confusion and distress for those closest to her. The search for answers has sparked a storm of questions and speculation, each one more intriguing and chilling than the last. Did she leave on her own accord, or was she the victim of foul play? Who could be responsible for her absence, and what could be the motive behind it? Let's delve into these questions. Claudia Lawrence was born in 1974 in Malton, North Yorkshire, to Peter and Joan Lawrence, and was raised alongside her older sister Allie. Her father was a successful solicitor, while her mother served as a mayor of the town. Claudia studied at York College for Girls before attending a local catering college. Afterward, she began working at various hotels and restaurants in the York area, eventually securing a job in 2006 at the University of York's Goodricke College, working in the canteen of the main campus. Claudia bought a row house in the Heughoff neighborhood of York in 2007, which was located approximately 3 miles from her workplace. She was known for her dependability and punctuality. Being raised in a family that provided love and support, Claudia was able to transition smoothly to her successful career as a chef. She was close with her parents, as well as her older sister Allie. However, she kept some aspect of her life private. Reports indicate that she had several short-term romantic relationships, but she kept this information to herself and did not reveal it to others. On March 18, 2009, Claudia clocked in for work at 6 a.m. and was seen leaving work on foot at around 2 p.m. An hour later, she was captured on CCTV passing a shop near her home and was also seen by a neighbor. A colleague offered her a ride home and dropped her off at her door at 2:50 p.m. Throughout the evening, Claudia spoke to her friends and parents on the phone and seemed like her usual self. The following morning, she failed to show up for work, which was out of character for her. Her manager tried calling her, but her phone went straight to voicemail. Claudia had also arranged to meet a friend at a pub that evening, but never showed up. When her friend couldn't reach her, she contacted Claudia's father, who searched her home but found nothing out of place. Her mobile phone, a blue rucksack, and hair straighteners were missing. It appeared that Claudia had left for work as usual that Thursday morning, and something had happened along the way. On March 20th at around 2 p.m., a call was made to North Yorkshire Police reporting Claudia as a missing person. Later that day, officers arrived at Claudia's house and spoke with her father. Since there was no sign of violence, and Claudia was not considered vulnerable, the police were initially slow to take action. They believed that Claudia had likely decided to go away for a few days and would return home soon. To ensure this, they issued a public request for assistance and checked her usual route to work for any trace of her. However, Claudia's family was convinced that she wouldn't leave without informing anyone, and that she might have been abducted. In the North Yorkshire area, about 3,500 people go missing each year, with the vast majority eventually turning up after taking a few days or weeks away. This was the initial thought of the police regarding Claudia, but as time passed and no sign of her was found, it was soon dismissed. The police had several theories about what could have happened to Claudia, including an accident or medical incident on her way to work. However, this theory was soon ruled out after a thorough investigation of her route revealed no signs of her. 5 weeks after Claudia vanished, the police changed their inquiry, stating that it had transformed from a search for a missing person to a murder investigation. Another theory was that Claudia had been in an unfortunate circumstance and inopportune moment and had fallen victim to a violent criminal or serial killer, but this couldn't be confirmed. Cases of known serial killers who could have been in the area at the time were also investigated, but were ultimately ruled out. The police checked the CCTV footage of Claudia's route to work, but she wasn't found anywhere on any of the footage. To escalate the case, Crime Stoppers offered a reward of £10,000 for any information that would lead to an arrest or conviction related to Claudia Lawrence. The police received over 1,000 calls with information, but nothing significant came of it. One witness did come forward, claiming to have seen Claudia talking to a man on Melrose Gate Bridge at around 5:35 a.m. on March 19th. The man was described as skinny, smoking a cigarette in his left hand, and wearing a dark-colored hoodie and dark-colored combat trousers. The woman with him was described as smaller, with mousy brown hair, wearing a waist-length blue jacket with buttons and pockets. To this day, the police are still following up on leads for the man they dubbed the left-handed smoker. The disappearance of Claudia Lawrence in 2009 caused a stir in the local community and the entire country as people were eager for updates on her whereabouts. Archbishop of York, John Setamu, called the public to provide relevant information to the police. In June, the British television program Crime Watch featured a reconstruction of Claudia's last known movements to generate new leads. 11 weeks had passed since Claudia's disappearance, and the police treated the case as a suspected murder. Detective Superintendent Ray Galloway, who was in charge of the investigation, emphasized that he was not there to judge Claudia's relationship, but to investigate them. He urged the public to share any information they had, even if it was just a suspicion. Claudia's father, Peter, launched a YouTube appeal in an effort to find his daughter. The annual Whippy Regatta was also used as a platform to raise awareness in the search for Claudia. Claudia was an avid mobile phone user, which became a crucial piece of evidence for the police. The examination of her phone records showed that she had spent a significant amount of time in the area of Yorkshire in the weeks leading up to her disappearance. The last known activity on her phone was at noon on Thursday, March 19th, after which it was deliberately switched off. The data from the cell phone tower showed that her phone had not left the local area while it was on. Further examination of her phone records revealed that on March 18th, a day before her disappearance, she received 2 text messages, one at 8:30 that she replied to, and one at 9:15 that she did not respond to. The latter text was reported by a man who lived in Cyprus. Based on this information, the police expanded their search to Cyprus, where Claudia had vacationed several times, and it even looked for job opportunities. Detective Superintendent Galloway stated that Claudia knew several people who lived in Cyprus and had received different job offers during her visits. However, some of the people who were interviewed were reluctant to offer information. The months went by with no signs of Claudia, and her family faced their first painful holiday without her. In March of the following year, the police began searching the Helslington and York area based on information they had received. However, these searches did not yield any results and were later considered to have been prompted by false information. Detective Superintendent Galloway stated that Claudia's relationships and love life could provide insight into her disappearance. In June of 2013, the North Yorkshire Police announced the formation of a new major crime unit, costing £300,000. In October of that year, they revealed that they were reopening several cold cases, one of which was Claudia Lawrence. The major crime unit re-examined the case and conducted new forensic searches of her house, utilizing advanced techniques that were unavailable during the initial investigation. During these searches, male DNA was found on a cigarette butt in her car. Several arrests were made over the years, but individuals arrested were eventually released without charges. The police believe that some individuals close to Claudia are not being completely honest and have urged them to come forward. The police have also released CCTV footage showing an area near Claudia's house that they believe could be relevant to the investigation. In 2016, the North Yorkshire Police asked the Crown Prosecution Service to charge 4 men for the murder of Claudia Lawrence, but the request was rejected because of inadequate evidence. Despite the challenges, the police have stated that they will continue investigating the case and are open to new leads and information. In June of 2019, Claudia's Law was enacted, granting the appointment of a guardian for individuals who have been missing for over 90 days. This law allows the stopping of direct debits and the management of financial affairs during their absence. Unfortunately, less than 2 years later, Peter, Claudia's father, passed away in February of 2021 without ever discovering the fate of his missing daughter. Claudia Lawrence's disappearance remains a mystery. Despite extensive searches and investigations, her whereabouts remain unknown. Peter Lawrence played a crucial role in the ongoing search for his missing daughter. He established a website aimed at finding Claudia that contained all the necessary links and information for those who wish to assist in the search. This effort is a testament to the love and devotion that Peter had for his daughter and his unwavering hope that she would one day be found. Thank you for watching True Crime Prime. Kindly subscribe to our channel and remember to like, share, and comment.